It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. Next on Madden Football.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
And now that he's back at full health, they're expecting Kyler to get back to being the superstar playmaker that they drafted. Make no mistake about it, when he's fully healthy, there aren't many quarterbacks who are as dynamic as he is. And if he's able to stay on the field, this team has a real chance to make some noise.
First carry for James Conner. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man, it's Dortch. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Conner. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun now from Murray. That went behind his man, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback, CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he's looking to bounce back after an injury-riddled season a year ago. Herbert, obviously one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, but that doesn't do you any good when you're standing on the sidelines wearing a baseball cap. If this team's ever going to reach their full potential, they've got to find a way to keep him upright. And with his new head coach Jim Harbaugh in the fold, they'll do exactly that. They'll have a chance to win a lot of games with Justin Herbert on the field.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now it's Herbert. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And all the way down to the 37. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you can almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run behind center with Connor. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got the rookie. That's Marvin Harrison Jr.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Connor up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That one blown up on a really nice effort by Otito Ogbonnaya up the middle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Murray now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Here's Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
No score after one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Though they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
So first and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, Connor.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Murray.
That's complete to McBride.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice grab by McBride, and he's someone who took a massive leap a season ago. Not only did he lead the Cardinals in receiving, but he did so by more than 250 yards, and he expects to even have better output this season.
From the gun, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10.
To throw, it's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Murray going to throw. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Herbert now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 5.
Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert throwing again. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now it's Herbert.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw.
Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And fighting down inside the 25. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Chargers offense back onto the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
Herbert, pass hauled in by Johnston. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert.
He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 58 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, This is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls. They were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Deion Henley there on the tackle. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Murray now to throw. To Conner on the check down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Charger drive about to get going. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the fourth quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Herbert finds Johnston. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Herbert off of play action.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
2 minutes left to go. This one surprisingly still scoreless.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd down and 3. On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 3-0. Under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
To throw is Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Murray.
Got his man. It's Dortch.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Here's 1st down.
Murray to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah,
3-0 is crazy.
Work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.